In this video, we're going to run some errands with Shop and Ride on a Tesla with full self-driving beta, a Waymo, and a Cruise. Shop and Ride is a way for you to shop in your driverless car. Thanks so much to them for supporting Whole Mars this week.
Hey, what's up everybody? Happy Father's Day. Today we're going to go run some errands with Shop and Ride. Big thanks again to Shop and Ride for supporting Whole Mars once again. And Shop and Ride has this really amazing patent on a technology that I think is going to be huge, which is shopping in the car, specifically in autonomous cars especially. And this is something that I think is really going to kill Uber Eats. It's maybe even going to eat into Amazon's business, where people, rather than shopping online or ordering in store, can actually order on their phone or in the car and have the car just pick it up, either before it picks them up or while they're on the way home or whatever. And you just get your item right then and there, but the experience is purely digital. It's super easy to do. So the first place we're gonna go is the Amazon locker for pickup. I've ordered this GoPro extension rod here. So this is what I'm using to film this actually. I have a GoPro suction cup mount and one of these rods. So let's click add to cart here. Okay, so I check out, I buy this item on Amazon, and the way this would work is it integrates right with your car. So as soon as you put the order in, your car knows where to go to pick that order up, and it can automatically navigate there on your way home or on the way to pick you up, or even just while you're at home, and it could go and get that order for you. So let's go ahead to our first stop. So this Amazon locker is at Ghirardelli Square, which is in the North Beach Fisherman's Wharf neighborhood of San Francisco. So we're going to make a left turn here to get onto this street. Very good. And next we're going to make a right turn onto Chestnut Street. Beautiful day here in San Francisco, nice smooth operation. And you can really see how good the software is getting and how this is going to be something that is in pretty much every car in the coming years. So the convenience is just going to be hard to beat. And there's going to be a lot of stores that really sort of refocus around this, just like we have a standard tap to pay protocol where you can use Apple Pay or Google Pay or even a physical card. And just like we have a standard Wi-Fi protocol where different routers and computers can talk to each other, I think we're going to develop a standard around Shop and Ride, around shopping, ordering something, and having a standardized way for a self-driving car, whether it's a Tesla or a Waymo or a Cruise, to go in and actually pick up that item, communicate with the store that you're coming, and allow the person to seamlessly just integrate that pickup into their ride. And I think that stores are going to run to adopt this because they'll get way more orders way more quickly than stores that don't adopt it. And we're actually going to give this a try in a Waymo and a Cruise later on in this video. So tune in for that. Alright, making a stop here, and then we've got to make a right turn up ahead on Bay Street. So you might be thinking, why would you want to go pick up an Amazon order rather than just have it delivered to your house? And the reason why is that in San Francisco, a lot of packages get stolen. A lot of times you're not home, you're at work, and then you have a situation where you've missed the package and you have to have them come back tomorrow. So Amazon has these Amazon lockers that they've built specifically for this purpose, where you can order something and pick it up along the way. So with this, you could have somebody who's commuting, who goes to work during the day, and so they're not home to receive Amazon packages. And instead of actually having it delivered to their home, they can select Shop and Ride as an option. And what that would allow them to do is just either have it pick up on the way home, before it picks them up. Basically, the car goes and retrieves the order for them, and it's in their trunk. When they go home at the end of the day and they arrive at their house, the order will be safely and securely in the trunk there with them, and they can just take it out and go into their house. But really, it's not just about Amazon or online retailers, though that could definitely be a big component. It's about any physical location, any place that has a storefront, any place that might have Uber Eats today. I mean, why would you need Uber Eats and having a third party go and drive your car and pick it up when you can just have a driverless car, maybe even one you already own, that's already taking you home, just do it for you? So I think that's really going to kill the Uber Eats and DoorDash model as we know it, especially when you pair it with Tesla Optimus. It could potentially even go into stores, pick up items for you, and interface with pretty much any store that exists, right? You wouldn't even need a situation like Uber Eats and DoorDash where they have to sort of sign up for the service and put their restaurant on there. You could really have these cars go with the robots and pick up pretty much any order at any store you can think of. Okay, so we're getting close now. We're waiting for a left turn. There's no left turn arrow, so we're gonna have to wait for all of these cars to pass. And there's a lot of cars parked on the street that we're turning onto, so that's also a bit of a challenge. Okay, looks like it's gonna be clear after this last Honda here. Let's go. Perfect. And here we are now arriving at the Ghirardelli Square, where I'm going to pick up my Amazon order. So as you can see, the car was able to drive me here, drop me off with zero human input using just computer vision. So that's an incredible result. Let's see how Waymo and Cruise compare. Alright, so we've got my extension rods from Amazon. So the way this would work is someone would just come out and drop the items in your trunk. Today I had to go get it myself, but tomorrow it might be done automatically by robots or by employees of the store. And now we're going to go to Safeway and get some groceries. So Safeway has an online pickup option. So I've ordered some of the groceries that I want here. And let's go pick them up and have the store employees bring them right out to me. Alright, so I got my order in. Now I just turn FSD on. It waits for the cars to clear and pulls out onto the road. And right after this, we'll be testing Waymo and Cruise and seeing how they would work with Shop and Ride. But it's really great to be able to just order online, have all your items saved, instead of having to wander through the store, wasting time, finding parking. You can just hit one button, order everything you need, and then just have your self-driving car pick it up. I mean, I could see a world where most of the things people buy, they actually buy this way. I mean, why have something shipped to your home if you can just have it brought to you instantly from local inventory? why have to worry about the delivery and when it's going to come when you can get nice fresh fruit right on your way home, right before you make dinner, and it can just be completely automatic. It could stop by on the grocery store every day before, or every week before it picks you up, and you don't even know. It's like magic. Your items are just there in the car with you. And you know, people love to order Uber Eats and DoorDash. They love to get takeout, but they don't love all those fees. I mean, you guys have probably seen all those memes on Twitter where it's a situation where they've got a huge service fee and all the fees end up being more than the food. Okay, so it looks like we're stuck here. This guy's pulled over. So I guess the car is just gonna wait here until they move, but maybe I can help it by putting on the blinker and forcing it to change lanes. But it looks like it doesn't even want to do that, or it's a little cautious with all these cars here. Well, that guy really wasted my time. I don't know why they wanted to stop there. But this is one of the advantages of FSD that I actually like, is that you can correct it, you can give it little input. You don't just have to be in the back seat waiting and thinking, I hope it moves soon. Maybe the Waymo and Cruises would have handled that better, I don't know, but I do like having the option to tell it what I want it to do and where I want it to go. Alright, now we're stuck behind another car making a left turn. And we're gonna have to make a right in about a quarter mile. So we're changing lanes now. That's good. Alright, we're waiting at a red light. It does say no right turn on red, and it's respecting that, which I know some people have been having problems with that in the past with FSD. So it's good to see it actually respecting that sign. And interestingly, the light turned green to go straight, but it didn't turn green to go right. And so the car actually respected that and noticed the correct right turn arrow. So that's good to see. Alright, now we gotta make a left turn here, but there's a lot of cars coming. So we'll have to wait for them to pass. This guy trying to wait for me, not really that helpful. Okay, we got a cyclist coming. No problem for the vision system. Now we're clear to make our left turn. Really impressive how much Tesla can do with just cameras that others need this massive sensor suite, and their AI is so powerful that with cameras they can get pretty equivalent performance to what you'll see from a Waymo and a Cruise, if not better in some cases. Alright, and now we're gonna make a right and pull into the parking lot. So this is gonna be like almost a U-turn. Wow. Pretty incredible maneuver from FSD Beta there. And this is actually our spot, the pickup spot. Looks like someone's parked their motorcycle in there. Alright, so the motorcycle moved and I put my car into the pickup spot. So stores will set up pickup spots just like this, and the driverless cars will be able to just drive in, park in the spot, and then read the sign and tell the store I'm here and I'm at number 3. And then they'll just bring out the order. And once they're done, the car will automatically close the trunk, pull out, and continue on to the destination or the pickup. Alright, so I got the person here. And they're loading the items into the trunk now. And now I can continue on to my destination. So that's Shop and Ride in a Tesla. You can pick up your order and not even have to worry about it. Get it instantly. So now let's give it a try in a Waymo or a Cruise. Alright, we are here now in our driverless Waymo, and we are gonna go to Domino's Pizza.
Heading to Domino's Pizza. Please make sure your seatbelt is fastened. For any questions, press the call support button to speak with a rider support agent.
Alright, so it's gonna be about a 17-minute ride to Domino's Pizza. And you just saw the Tesla drive for about 17 minutes with almost no human input. There was that one turn signal press to get around the stop car, but nothing really safety critical there, just trying to save time by going around that car faster, whereas the software should have realized it needed to go around that car itself. So even with computer vision, you can see the technology is already getting reliable enough to drive you around San Francisco on a beautiful sunny day like today with no takeovers. And now we're making a left turn, heading over to Domino's Pizza. You know, Domino's just made an announcement recently that they're adding support for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So what you can do now in cars that support CarPlay, like this one in fact does support CarPlay already, you can just quickly order a pizza or have your favorite saved pizza order and just send it in for pickup right away. And then you can just drive there and pick it up yourself. So you can see that the really interesting thing about Shop and Ride and shopping in the car, interesting that the wipers just went off. Tesla kind of has that issue too. Sometimes it's kind of funny that the Waymo also struggles with that. But today, you have to put your order in. A lot of this infrastructure is there. We have these apps that are already running on the car screen. You can already send in a Domino's Pizza order. You already have all of these curbside pickup spots, especially after COVID, that have popped up. And we can utilize those. It's going to be really smooth as we get into driverless cars. A lot of the infrastructure is already there. A lot of the stores already support this. They don't need to add any new routines or practices. Domino's already has ordering in the car and pickup. So all you really need to do in the future is connect those together so you can order right on the car, like this one. I can imagine a future where Waymo passengers have options of different stores they can shop at, places they can pick up food from, and they can just say, okay, yeah, I want a pizza from Domino's, we're going home for dinner, I didn't cook anything, so let's grab a couple pizzas, and you can just order right there on the Waymo. It's billed through Waymo, and the Waymo just stops and picks up the order on the way home. The order's hot and ready as soon as you get there, they put it in, and you don't even notice. You're just on your phone, you're doing whatever, but it ends up being this great convenience for the user. And it can actually be a huge money generator for companies like Waymo and Cruise, because they're already driving. If they can stop on the way and pick something up and get a small commission out of that order, I mean, Domino's is already hiring all these delivery drivers. So if you think about it, isn't this kind of like a pizza delivery driver? It's taking you to Domino's, or it's going to Domino's to pick up the pizza before it picks you up. So it saves Domino's an expense, right? Instead of them having to go and pay a delivery driver, pay for labor, pay for fuel, pay for the car,
they can just go and have this autonomous car pick it up, give a fraction of that in commission to Tesla or Waymo or Cruise, and actually come out ahead. And the customer's happy, they get their order fresh and hot and with really good quality. And if you're Waymo, you now not only have the money from the rides, maybe you can even make the rides a little cheaper, because people are buying movies, they're buying books, but they're also buying items from Best Buy, they're buying food, and they're getting all the things they need right on the way home. It's on the way, it's automatic, it's instant gratification. And if you're a Tesla owner and you have your car on the robotaxi network, you'll be able to not only generate revenue from giving people rides or doing other jobs, but also selling items and picking those items up for the user. So it's going to be very attractive both for the customer, for the stores, and for the rideshare operators. I think it's going to be huge. Alright, so we're making a right turn now. You know, the Waymo is a little jerkier in the steering than the Tesla, but I mean, right now this is the first and only service where I've been able to take a driverless ride in the daytime in San Francisco. I think Cruise is almost there. I think Tesla is getting to a high enough reliability to start trying to do these things pretty soon. But Waymo is the first to do driverless in the daytime in San Francisco, which, even if you laugh at Waymo, you gotta admit, that's impressive. Driverless in the daytime in San Francisco really makes you realize how far we've come. But it's also incredible that you have a Tesla which can achieve such great performance, providing almost exactly the same result using just computer vision, no HD maps. I mean, this technology is just advancing at a much faster rate than even I expected. And I've been pretty bullish on this technology. I mean, driverless is here. We're going to be in this video riding in multiple driverless cars. And with Tesla's technology, it can be in your car that you keep in your garage. So I think people are really underestimating how quickly this becomes ubiquitous. Think about that. 3 different services, all able to drive for about 15 minutes through San Francisco with no human input required to maintain a safe drive. That's crazy. Everyone said this is impossible, it's years away. Self-driving has basically been solved from a technical standpoint. Now it's just all about scaling and improving the reliability across a long tail of scenarios. But the technology's here, there's no mysteries about how to make it work. We figured out how to make it work. It wasn't easy. It took the industry really more than a decade, especially with Waymo. You know, they started 14 years ago, I believe, in 2009. So it's taken a long time. A lot of people laughed at them. A lot of people wrote them off. But here we are. And I saw someone's tweet. They said self-driving was vastly overhyped for a number of years, but now it's actually very underhyped because the technology is actually caught up to what it needs to be useful. And people's expectations still haven't reflected that. People are still kind of unaware of the fact that this technology exists and that it works and that it's safe enough to use and actually can reduce the amount of crashes compared to a human driver. And so, as we master autonomous rideshare, I think we're going to go into a world where most people don't own their cars and they just use these autonomous rideshare services. Once there's no boundaries, once they can really go anywhere, then absolutely people will want to replace their car. Why would you want to buy a car and
Pay for insurance, pay for registration, pay for parking tickets, all this mess, flat tires, new tires, car washes, when you could just pay one price for a ride or one monthly subscription for unlimited rides, and that's it. So this is going to be a complete transformation of the auto industry as we know it. But it's going to transform many other industries, and retail, e-commerce are absolutely ripe for disruption. I've said it before in this video, I do think we're moving towards a world where most transactions, most things we buy and sell, will actually have an autonomous vehicle moving that part at some point in the supply chain, including the final delivery. So stores as we know it, I think, will change. They'll reorganize more about being galleries. Okay, we're making a right turn here. Pretty tight, very good. Rather than places where you have a lot of inventory on the shelf. And I think that you will have places that are really focused on just fulfilling the order, loading them in, and other places that are more focused on just showcasing the product to the consumer. But why would you even buy an item from the store and carry it home yourself when you could just go to a store, scan an item on your phone, and boom, now your car just picks it up on the way home, or picks it up and drops it at your house? I mean, for sofas and large things like that, definitely. But even for smaller things like a, computer or a game, you might just scan it and then find it at home when you get there, or pull it out of the trunk when you get out. And there are many other industries that are going to be transformed by this as well. You can think of autonomy essentially as a platform, kind of like mobile phones were a platform. And all of these other services are going to be built on top of autonomy. Just like your computer is an interface into the digital world, your robot car is going to be an interface into the physical world. Pretty much anything you do in the physical world, it'll have software integrations with the car. You drop your kids off at school, there will be an interface with the car to tell the autonomous cars how to drive, how to not clog up traffic, where to drop the kids off. You go to a movie, everything will be handled by the car. Rather than showing them a ticket, you might have your car drive somewhere, go through a special entrance, and then you just walk right in. Rather than going to, buy new tires or do these kinds of things, your car will be able to just go do them yourself, with you just selecting what you need from your phone or from the car's touchscreen. Alright, we're about 5 minutes away now. I think I'll probably have to take another Waymo back. It's funny to see people turn their heads as they see a driverless car. A lot of people are like, huh? What's going on? Nobody's driving that car. There's another driverless car, a Cruise. You can really see the number of robot cars in the city is growing faster than the number of human-driven cars. Alright, we got a green light. A little bit of jerky steering there, kind of weaving a little bit. Going a little slow, but hey, it's driverless. And you won't believe how normal it feels to be in the back of a driverless car, sitting, browsing the internet. You think of something you need, oh, let me just push a few buttons and boom, there it is. We can send the car, pick it up, and we have it. With that kind of instant gratification, I think you're going to see people transacting a lot more.
And later we will try a cruise, but that starts after 9 p.m. So it's kind of interesting, the overlapping sort of parameters. This one won't go into downtown San Francisco or North Beach. The cruise will go into downtown San Francisco or North Beach, but it won't go during the daytime. You have to go after 9. So it's kind of funny trying to figure out which driverless service works when. And by the way, this isn't open to the public yet. Waymo has given me access for 2 weeks. They're giving me all my rides for free, as is Cruise. So big thank you to them for supporting and allowing us to do this test. And you know, even though the car is slow, you'll be in the back, you'll be doing your own thing, getting entertained, using your phone, and you won't really worry about how the car is driving all too much, just like if you were in the back of a taxi cab. And as you can see, the car has no problem with anything, recognizing stop signs, pedestrians. Really great engineering work that they've done here. Really all 3 teams, Waymo, Cruise, and Tesla. Tesla's my favorite, of course, because they have something that's actually on my car that I can use every day, unlimited for free. But you do have to appreciate the magic of trying driverless for the first time. This is the future. Except there won't be any wheel. There won't be any pedals at all. The car just won't need them. Your interface to control the car will be a touchscreen.
Almost there. Don't forget your belongings.
Alright, great. We are almost there. And I guess I'll have to take a Waymo back. I don't know if I'll include that in the video or not, but I will film it in case anything interesting happens. And then after this, we'll try a cruise. And what we're going to do with the cruise is we're going to actually go get some alcohol from the liquor store and have a drink in the cruise. Because with the driverless car, you can get drunk. So I know that's a part of the future a lot of people out there are excited for. So we'll go give it a try. Right now it's a little too early, of course, so we're getting pizza. But once the sun goes down, maybe then it's time to get drunk. And we'll do that in the cruise, since that's when their nighttime service hour starts. Alright, now the car seems to have its blinker on, or maybe its hazards on, but I'm not sure what it's doing. It's a little strange. Okay, it's kind of slowing now, finding a spot to pull over. And here we are. I guess there's a Domino's pizza here. Kind of awkward how it's pulling over here.
You're here. Please make sure it's clear before exiting.
Alright, now we've arrived at Domino's Pizza. Good work, Cruise. Good work, Waymo. Alright, so we tried the Tesla, we tried the Waymo. Now, we're gonna try Shop and Ride in the Cruise. Alright. Any minute now? Might be checking if traffic's coming or something. Maybe waiting for that car. But we're gonna go to 7-Eleven and buy a beer. And we'll drink it on the way back. So imagine anytime you're taking a ride
You need to grab something from 7-Eleven, just like you would when you're driving your car manually, and you want to stop and get some water or something from a gas station or a convenience store. You'll just be able to tap on the screen, say what you want. It'll get billed right to the same card you're using for the ride, and your car will just go, pick it up, and take you to your destination. Or even pick it up before it picks you up, so that your order's ready as soon as you get in the car. So we're about 9 minutes away. One thing that's interesting about the Cruise versus the Waymo and the Tesla is that it doesn't have a visualization. I'd love to see Cruise start showing a visualization in their cars instead of just a map. Alright, we got a left turn here. On the other hand, with Waymo, you can't really see even to the next intersection. So you really have no overview map of the whole trip. So, we've now shown you 3 separate self-driving software programs. Tesla Full Self-Driving Beta, Waymo, and Cruise. And all of them have been able to navigate the city without any major issues. So what does that mean? This technology's here. It's not 100 years off. It's not 10 years off. It's here. Has it scaled? No, most people in San Francisco still can't ride a Waymo or a Cruise. But we're not far off from the service opening to the public. And Tesla Full Self-Driving Beta has just launched, so that anyone can now join as a new user. I'm sure the new users at this point are over 500,000. So this isn't just a lab project anymore. Self-driving cars are now something we have to think about in terms of our infrastructure, in terms of our cities. It's just a reality that software-driven cars are on the road. Okay, interesting sort of hesitation there. I was waiting for that car to make a left. Maybe it saw that pedestrian in the crosswalk. Then it still decided to go with that pedestrian, so that was a little strange, but it looked like it had enough time, so not the worst decision. And you notice the self-driving cars just take the nice easy route with no traffic, no major challenges, so that you have a really, really high chance of making it there successfully. And you as a passenger don't really care. You're on your phone, you're playing a game, you're doing whatever, and you can just enjoy it. You don't have to worry about a driver and what their driving style might be. Sometimes you get a good driver, sometimes you get a bad driver. You can just chill. Maybe it'll take a couple extra minutes to get home, but it's probably going to be safer, maybe. It'll be cool. I mean, most people are probably going to want the human-driven service for now. This is still at the very early stage. It's limited in where it can go. It's limited in how it drives. Okay, interesting that it's pausing. Okay, that was weird. This isn't good. Oh, actually there's no light here. Okay, so that was just kind of an awkward situation with those cars turning left. But yeah, this is the early stage. Right now, it's limited. We're just seeing the first glimpse at what it could be. And it could be absolutely game-changing. That much is clear. But it's going to take time to fully scale out, to truly reach that level of perfection where people don't even want to drive themselves, because the computer is just so much better in every measure. Safer, faster, more comfortable, more convenient. But it's no longer a debate. It's no longer is it possible. It's just how fast can we scale? And it should be the number one priority, honestly, of every safety agency, road safety agency, to deploy this technology as fast as possible. While, of course, maintaining that it's safe. The sooner we can safely deploy this technology, the more crashes we can prevent, the more property damage we can avoid, the more lives we can save, the more injuries we can prevent, the more blind and disabled and elderly people who can have their freedom and their life back. We need to make sure that we accelerate this safely as much as possible. And of course that means investigating all safety defects, remedying them very quickly via over-the-air software updates, having a great deployment that's safe, secure, and that spreads rapidly throughout the world. I mean, it may take years and years to adapt to the driving styles of every country on Earth, but that's really what we have to do. Only a small percentage of crashes and deaths happen here in the United States. So ultimately, this is the start of a long journey. Even though now we're finally, after over a decade, seeing driverless and self-driving for the first time, where you can now travel on the roads without having to touch something. This isn't the finish line, this is the start. It's the start of a massive journey to scale this technology all across the globe and replace human drivers. And as it does, it's going to change everything about the way we interact with other businesses, the way we shop, and so many facets of life. It's gonna redesign our cities, transform our culture. All right, so we're approaching 7-Eleven now. I'm gonna go in and grab a beer, and I won't be able to show that on the GoPro, but I'll record a video on my iPhone showing myself drinking a beer while the car drives itself. So I ordered from 7-Eleven, clicked buy with Shop and Ride, and now the self-driving car is coming to pick up the order.
All right, here we are at 7-Eleven. I'll go in and grab my beer. All right, guys, we're back here in the cruise, and I got a beer. You can't see it, but I'll videotape it with my iPhone. There were some people videotaping the cruise leaving the 7-Eleven. So here it is, my beer. Got it from 7-Eleven with Shop and Ride. No driver behind the wheel. I'm not sure if this is legal or not, but we're gonna do it anyway. Seems like it should be legal. But you can really see the power of Shop and Ride and self-driving cars. You can order not just electronics, food, drinks, you can even order alcohol and have a drink in the car. Why not? The car is driving itself. You could order a game console, buy a Nintendo Switch, play it in the car. You could buy a movie and watch it. Buy some new headphones and enjoy them on the trip. Who would use Uber Eats? Honestly, Uber Eats is done for when this type of service comes to market. Obviously, there's going to be no need to pay a human to go get something from you when you can just have a self-driving car go stop by and pick up the item. And I think a lot of people are gonna prefer it to ordering online from places like Amazon too, because rather than have to wait a couple of days, you actually forgot what you ordered, you can get that instant gratification. You can order right there in the car or on your phone and get that beer right now for the ride home. I think it's going to be hugely popular. And it's so easy. You just sit there, you mind your own business, and it comes right to you. It's like you're at a restaurant. So I think Shop and Ride is going to be huge. Shopping in autonomous cars. And who's going to license this patent from Shop and Ride? Could it be Waymo, Cruise, Tesla? Actually, Gary, the guy behind Shop and Ride, is a huge Tesla shareholder. He loves Tesla. He wants them to license his patent, but he's interested in Waymo, Cruise, Tesla. So that's why I'm doing this demonstration today. Huge thanks to Shop and Ride for supporting our channel. But it's a really interesting concept and something that I think people are going to be talking a lot more about. How shopping in the car transforms retail and e-commerce and the landscape of our cities, really. Alright, let me tweet this picture of myself drinking a beer in the cruise. See what people have to say about this. So definitely go give Shop and Ride a follow on Twitter
if you want to follow what they're doing. The car is really becoming the next big computing platform. Because it's a robot. It has the ability to go complete tasks for you, drop something off, pick something up, pick you up, move you. So that software integration with the car is going to become key. The car is really a platform for all kinds of apps and services to run on top of. And obviously, e-commerce is a huge part of that. So this is, I think, the first time I've ever demonstrated in one video FSD beta from Tesla, Waymo from Google, and Cruise all driving through San Francisco. And this is going to become more and more common. We might even see more brands pop up. Maybe Zoox or one of the others will launch a service as well. So, self-driving cars are here. You can take a ride in one if you really want to, and it's safe enough that you'll probably survive. Look at me, I'm proof. I'm riding in these self-driving cars all day from every major brand, and I'm still breathing. So self-driving is here, and soon shopping in your self-driving car is going to be here. And that's why Shop and Ride is so exciting. Alright, we got a left turn here. I mean, honestly, it makes you realize why Amazon bought Zoox. Because they realized this self-driving thing could totally disrupt our business model. They have this hub and spoke business model. Whereas with self-driving cars, you could have much more localized distribution if you had autonomous cars at scale. You could have a distribution network that's optimized for lightning fast fulfillment with the last mile delivery problem solved, where last mile delivery is a fraction of the cost. And I think he was right. I think this is exactly what's going to happen. So will Amazon be able to respond? Will they not be one of the winners? I don't know. But I think the self-driving provider that masters shopping in the car will have a whole sort of market to themselves. Just like Uber Eats is a huge business that's similar but separate from Uber. Shopping in an autonomous car and using an autonomous car to help you get your beer, get your items from Amazon, get your items from the grocery store, whatever it may be, is going to be a huge business. And people are going to want to use whichever provider can do that for them. So I think Tesla has a huge opportunity here. Waymo and Cruise also have a big opportunity. It'll be interesting to see who adopts this sort of technology and makes it available to customers first. So we've seen all three self-driving cars, but when can we see a working demo of Shop and Ride where it's actually integrated into one of these cars? Personally, I'm super excited for when that day comes. I already do a ton of curbside pickup, so it would be hugely convenient to just use an autonomous car to pick things up. All right, we're getting close to our destination now. We're gonna make a right turn here. Man, this cruise gets so close to some of these cars. Or maybe it just looks like it from this angle. Maybe it's got LiDAR that measures the distance super accurately. And you'll notice the cruise is, well, you probably won't notice, but the cruise is deciding not to take the main street, the Union Street. It's taking Filbert instead. So it generally takes the streets that have less traffic rather than the main streets. And this helps improve the reliability. So we're just a few blocks away now, then we gotta make a left turn, and then we're there. So, my first beer in a self-driving car. I have to say, the future tastes great. So this is what it'll be like. You get in a car, order a beer, your car will stop and grab a cold beer for you, and you can continue on your way. What percentage of global retail sales do you think will be through a car in 5 or 10 years from now? All right, and there's our destination up ahead. And there's our destination. We're just gonna turn left, and that's it. The people are amused. They're all smiling and laughing because there's no driver. So there you have it. We rode in a Waymo, a Cruise, and Tesla full self-driving beta. All of them were successful, and we picked up some items. We took care of all our chores today. So thanks for watching. Thanks so much again to Shop and Ride for supporting our channel. Go give them a follow. Go check them out. And if you work at Waymo, Cruise, or Tesla, maybe go license their patent and bring this shopping in the car technology to your customers. All right, thanks so much. Take care, everyone. And coming up next, we're gonna race a Waymo, Cruise, and a Tesla against each other and see who gets to the destination first. Take care, everyone.